No, you helped the guy. Man. You really helped the guy. Man.
I'm like, that's gay.
The brother.
Pinky, what's your surname?
Shange.
Shange.
Oh. First name Pink.
Pinky, Tombekos Pinky.
What do you prefer?
Pinky is fine.
Pinky.
Tombekos
like
is serious. Like, it's always like Pinky.
Oh, Pinky. Like Pinky.
Pinky.
It doesn't have a Y.
Yeah. And Tombek will always call me Pinky.
Are you shooting as you started?
It's Pinky.
But you know there's Upinky was you know there's Upinky was a gas. Her name I get Pinky. I agree there's
Pinky.
Auntie Upinky.
What?
Pinky.
Not a Pinky.
Not Upinky or not Joe
Pinky. Cornel Pinky or gas like Pinky. And then
also Pinky.
And then there's Pinky.
Oh, thanks.
Pinky.
Thanks.
And then there's that the Pinky, you know.
No, but Pinky.
No, but you know the other Pinky.
Pinky, but hey,
no, but you know that is the Kasi one. Then there's another Pinky.
Okay, Pinky.
Yeah, the one from.
Hi, Pinky.
Hi.
How you doing?
No, there's the other Pinky, the one from.
From where? No, from where?
From the USA.
I don't know who you're talking about.
You said it. You said it. You said it.
No, the thing is, it's.
You said it.
So many people have told me about that.
I
don't watch porn.
I don't engage
Kinda.
in pornographic.
But what I'm trying to say, people always say with Pinky,
It's only guys that say that, no?
It's only the guys.
That say Pinky from
Pinky,
America.
there's a Pinky.
Also, there's a Pinky.
There's a famous Pinky porn
Yeah.
star.
Does porn.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that.
I saw this.
What's that?
So this is like the ghetto South African porn.
No man, I'm not from the Sundays.
See, there's a Pinky from a Sunday.
Sundays are the first one. That's Pinky.
No, dog. Pink is the one with literally the pink hair, the big booty.
Oh, now you know her.
No, I've heard about
Oh wait, what?
Oh, there's two Pinkies. The's the original from America. Then there's the SA one.
I've never heard about it.
Sondeza was nice. I watched it.
I've heard.
Did you guys watch it, Sondeza?
Well, I've heard about it on the street as well. You know?
Yeah, but it was bad, man. They tried.
I heard
They
about the
tried.
name. I've never seen.
You didn't watch it, Sondeza? But it was from
Oh,
Machi.
Pinky were those OGs like Olivia or Lovely. These are names that I've heard. It's not names that I know. Or Olivia or Lovely, by the way.
Okay.
So I'm not
You are
advising
hearing
anyone
things.
to
You are
search
hearing things.
these.
But Pinky really raised a
generation.
few niggas, man. Yeah. dog,
Pinky,
you know.
Olivia Lovely.
Yeah.
Pinky, Olivia Lovely. Konuba.
What are you naming them?
Huh?
Are you naming them?
No, sort of heard.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know Capri Styles?
Kona no Missy, Amazo Missy, Missy Stone.
Yeah.
You know.
What? No, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
There was
also-
another one, Cashmere. What?
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, man.
But there was a whole generation because there was the sisters and then there's the brothers that were, you know, all Lexington Steel, all Man Dingo, you know, because they connect.
You know, my seasons.
You know what I remember? When you speak about what I remember, there was remember in multi-choice, remember the netty code, and then before these new ones, what they would do, they're a dual view.
Yeah.
So my parents, they're hearing this for the first time. So a dining room, sitting room. So I'd wait for them to go sleep. Can't they had a dual view in their room?
Oh, shucks.
So they can see what you
So they could see. So I would always wait for them to sleep. So what I would do. So when they're sleeping, I get the, you know, see if the lights are on. Like they're at the bottom.
Yes, they're under the door.
Under there, one of it's on, off, on, off. I'm like, okay, it's off. Then I know it's in manual time.
No, there's no
Speaking
play.
manual, Baba.
There's no play.
Ma, I want to go to change channel same time. Niggas used to watch porn in your remote. It's
Tina TV a kitchen boy. A kitchen. If I stand at the door, not the passage, only this room is there.
Yeah.
So ngiti kanda so ngelibona ole.
Cutting up.
And ngapha nansi TV.
Yeah.
And you remote it.
Yeah, Donna.
Emmanuel is on mute.
Oh my word.
Manual was on 1. Porn was on 1.
I think that's the first time I actually felt being horny, like turned on, was watching Emmanuel. I didn't know the feeling before that.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, yeah, I
I'm
felt
gonna let's start
something.
when I'm. Yeah?
I felt
No.
something.
But what do you.
But Pinky needs to understand the concept because she's new.
Oh, okay, cool.
She's a first welcome.
Hi.
Without being rude,
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for inviting
Guys, this is the first lady on AMAGENTS. So we are very, very privileged. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
It was sparked off a previous episode that we've had. I think we had Uspak Zozo here, we had Upenwell, and we were talking about different dynamics. And the chats that we had offline with Debs was, as much as we call it AMAGENTS in the space for Machita, maybe we need to bring in the female's perspective and just whatever the episode takes us, just from your own walk. It's not that you're speaking for every sister, but your own lived experiences. So we truly appreciate you being here. It's not an interview, it's just chats.
My interview.
No, yeah. Because I think it's one of those things you're like, okay, so what a question. Like, no. Lana, we just chat, we open, and then we just let the flow of the conversation. So obviously we're going to touch on what we spoke about in that episode, and then we'll just take it from there as well. Emmanuel,
You said it was the first time you got horny. I didn't think women watched Emmanuel.
We did.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, I was still young, and it just happened. I don't know what I was watching, but like ETV and Emmanuel was playing, and I watched it.
It wasn't a mistake, Mara.
No, it wasn't a mistake, but I'm just saying, Guti, they were still in primary.
You watched Emmanuel in primary?
Yeah, because I was up. So ngaibuga, what I'm trying to say, Guti, it was my first time feeling something, and now I know it's being horny. At that time, I didn't know.
What?
But then I heard mom come out because she heard something, and then I changed the channel.
Did you continue to watch?
No.
You didn't?
I couldn't. Mom came, and I think she said go to bed or something. I don't remember.
you already came, like,
As
What do you mean already came?
I'm trying to
Where's that?
understand.
Where's that?
What do you mean?
Where's that?
She came to see what she was coming. She came to see what you.
See, I'm trying to get clarity. People are gonna be watching this and they're like, okay, like
Your mom came.
watching Emmanuel and then
No, she
mom souls are coming and,
yes.
and you guys were talking about porn and mills and so I'm trying to align because I'm like, guys, this is not the direction.
Yazi porn. Porn is bulele bafethu.
Porn is bulele, bro.
Bulele bafethu.
And I can tell you, Guti, I truly believe that porn has destroyed a generation in terms of guys feeling insecure about their sizes, guys feeling insecure about the length and what they're doing. Because if you're going to compare yourself to Mantingo or Lexington Steel, then you're in trouble. You know, it's like me being a runner, sprinter at school and comparing myself to Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
I'll never have ambitions to be anything because I'm like, I'm running 30 seconds. Usain Bolt is running 9.
It's the same with girls as well, because the moaning has always been a thing more than the actual performance. Girls were so worried about the whole thing of how do I sound like when does he enjoy it?
What
That's
do you
the
mean?
main
I'm
thing.
so confused.
Like when we watching porn, we would focus more on the moans than what is happening.
Because back
Because back colors is so now you think, okay, if the boys love that, then Shusinami finding I must work on my moans. We don't
So
think
it's fake?
about it's fake.
So
Moaning is fake.
No. So there's an amazing documentary that literally changed. Sorry.
No, go
that's the
ahead.
name
No,
of the
finish.
thumbnail is gonna be "Mourning is fake."
No.
That's what cuts on No, it is because like the higher the voice, just know the screaming and the it's that subtle moan that
is the one.
that's the one. That's when you know she's enjoying it. That scream is either to get you back. But in many cases, I think as you grow up and you mature, you realize it's a lemon game.
So there's this amazing documentary and it changed my view on the whole industry. And it's called The Dark Side of Porn. And it was like a 4-part documentary. And it highlighted and it really went into the business side, the actors, actually, and even the dark side of it, you know, because again, you've got a lot of young, impressionable girls that get into that space. And then, like most entertainment industry, it's use and abuse. Then it spits you out, you know. And once it spits you out, what's your next step? Because now you are famous. We all know you. You know, now you need to go back into the markets in terms of the job markets or in the relationship markets. And we know, Uti, you were there. It was you and 9 guys.
How are you going to get a man after that?
You and 9 guys.
You do get a man.
You don't get a quality man. I don't think men are strong enough.
Yeah, no.
to be with the
Expect-
if they know about the guy.
Yeah.
I don't think as men, maybe I'm just projecting my own insecurities. I don't think we're strong enough to be with a woman once
He's a
we've
porn
seen.
star. Like everybody's.
Or she's an
seeing.
ex-porn star, even if it was like a short little 3 months thing. Even if,
Colin Fergus came here, she said she's a man. She did say that. Sis, we shot her on Convo.
But that guy is the same guy she performs things with on screen.
no, I mean, I'm saying it like this.
Oh,
ne?
okay,
I've got a lady in my life that I know, and amazing woman.
Yeah.
And she was in a relationship, a loving, long-term relationship. And in relationships, sometimes you guys get naughty and you guys do videos. Ne? So again, they were in a relationship. So it wasn't like, and they had little naughty videos in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And then the guy saved the videos.
And
They
he
broke
did.
up.
Ish.
Ne? This guy decides to send her new guy the video. The new guy is so broken that the new guy is like, I can't, I'm out. Because
That's not a man.
No, dog. Listen, bro. We're not trying to judge anyone. We're trying to say, sometimes as men, once you've seen your partner,
Yeah.
you've seen your
You can't
partner,
be with her.
You can't. dog.
Melumiyeke mfana.
And the lady, and we're literally chatting, and we're sitting, and we were going to a wedding, and you're like, I like this guy, and he left me. He just quit it. I'm telling you, I know I would never, because I'm not that strong. Even if she was like, no, but I was in a loving relationship, and I know naughty things that happen in and you experiment and you're trying to figure out your kinks in a relationship. Now you see that,
Angeke.
I know.
and then you have to now you have to go back to the mundo.
Angeke.
It's deep.
I mean, I struggle even if you were to point at your ex. Here's my ex.
Are you serious?
Nebugo. Mategi. Ushite na. Manenza kade kumele mategi la.
When it's quite that much, I'm also was.
Is it?
That's why I'm a side chick, because I can't.
That's why
You're a what?
A side chick.
What do you mean you're a side chick?
You're a
I'm a side chick.
Aye. Oh, Sean, you're a side chick.
No. So my first.
No, I'm just
my
saying
first,
in general.
No. We'll circle back. So,
Oh, usekelani ndoda?
Lalela, malume.
Umuntu uthi mina
Zwana.
ngiside chick utshela ngosekhi.
Man, ngizobuya. So my first engagement and understanding of Mrs. Pink, was there was an episode that I watched on YouTube.
Yeah.
With the Lebukile, I think.
Yes.
Is it that one? Yeah.
Yes. And it was about a school that you had
Yeah.
or have.
Yeah.
I might stand to correction. So
Yeah.
we can plug the school if it's still there. We're happy to do so. And it was. She, once I'm done, once I put a full stop,
Sure, I'm done.
it's just her now. I went from there.
No, but I'm still shocked that you shocked that I'm a side chick.
No.
Okay.
We including myself. I did.
You're a side man. What do you mean including yourself?
No.
We side now.
I thought she was a teacher, not
What the heck?
also teacher and student at the same time.
Oh my word.
So to just
guys
put
are killing
you
me.
and put you on the floor.
Hey, Caesar,
Okay.
we've got a side chick here, Bob.
No, but how can I teach something that I don't know?
Hey, imagine having a swimming instructor that doesn't know how to swim.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's
Sis Pink.
I'd be
Sis Pink.
ngizamile upawumem, ngizamile. I
And?
tried.
You tried with how many guys to be the main?
Three guys.
And you guys dated for how long?
One was 4 years, one was 3 months, and the other I don't remember. It was probably in high school or something.
Okay.
Like
You didn't try.
So-
you only tried
so-
with one
so-
guy.
that. So it's actually like 2 guys.
So if you guys go back to
So after that, it's been side chick all the way.
the episode that
I
we did
can't.
with Tusparky and Penwell, we introduced
We want to play that clip.
We're gonna-
Actually,
in editing.
Yeah, MK, please play the clip now.
Yeah,
and
where,
then we'll cut
where
back
we
to this.
reference. I watched a YouTube podcast. It was an interview with this one lady who is, she runs a company that like guides side chicks. So she does a consulting.
She guides side chicks.
Yeah, so she does
That sounds dope.
so she does consulting.
That sounds really dope.
No, that's what guide. So yeah,
Now
consulting.
Ingoba niyidakwa, carry on.
Sikhuluma ngawe ke mawuhamba. So ngavumnyanga wena. So she has got a consulting company where she guides a side chick. Yeah. So she does the whole interview. She talked about her own experiences, that she was a side chick or she was a main and wafika umchita and umchita came through and by side. I don't think I'd mentioned you by name.
Yeah.
Just out of respect for you, obviously, and then. But now you are here.
Yeah.
We listen, we don't judge. In us giving.
I'll tell you something now. Most of the women that are gonna listen to this are side chicks.
Yeah. Knowing and
I wouldn't use the word most. I
It's
just use
knowing
the.
and
I just use the word.
Most of the women listening to this are side chicks.
I'm just saying.
And most of the niggas who are listening to this are chowing side chicks.
Exactly.
I did a whole episode on my platform
You're a sad man.
about you, a whole episode, because I was like, oh my gosh, because it was so educational, much like this dark side of porn. When you watch those documentaries, you think you're going to be watching porn, and it's not porn.
It's
It's an educational thing where you're like, oh, and it literally, I wish every guy
Could watch it,
it, because again, it's not porn.
But you still
It's
go back to
explaining.
watching the porn.
Just keep making it.
But porn is sharp because you can type
Aiko sharp.
Chinese
Aiko sharp, boy.
one leg
Ayiko sharp.
with a black man.
It's nice because the apple is on some.
Yes, nuggets. You see, there's nuggets. Nuggets porn.
What's nugget
What's
porn?
nugget porn?
Don't search for it. Don't
No, you're gonna make
search.
me wanna search for it.
Don't search
Is it disgusting?
nugget porn.
Like anus.
No, like nuggets, like a
Nuggets-
chicken
chicken
nugget.
nuggets.
Don't
Or small
search.
people.
Hey, listen. I'm saying
Humphrey.
don't search nugget porn.
You understand?
No, don't. Hey guys, hey, we're shooting here. We're professionals. This is a professional setup. Sis Pinky, thank you again for coming to
Where
us,
did you
first
check your
female.
nugget porn on?
Hey, listen.
We
all have our little
As soon as
kinks.
I get home, I'm searching
No.
that.
Please, can you just give us a bit of a background on who you are, and then your journey into getting into this? Because I touched on that.
Yeah.
The school and what you are trying to achieve from the school and the ladies that you are teaching and what the goals are. Yeah. So, but qala ngawe nje, okay.
Okay, Pinky.
Sis Pinky Shange.
Kamalam Pinky Shange.
Shange.
I was born in KZN. in Pangeni.
Where? Kenya Sempangeni.
Suka lapho ngaya eDurban, ngasuka eDurban ngaza eJoburg. So, background, I went to VC Santon, and then after that, I was like, oh, I need a job. I'm joking. So life has been good. I've been in Joburg since 2009 and been hustling entertainment through reality shows. I've done Koze FM. I've done a lot of entertainment stuff. I'm done with that now. I think I'm old now. I'm 34.
34.
You guys stop it. But anyway, went to school for side chicks. I was a side chick.
What do you mean, school for?
School for side chicks.
You've got a school for side chicks.
I've got a school for side chicks. I've had it since 2019.
Pre-COVID even.
Yeah, it was pre-COVID.
Buya uzofunda ukuthi abanye osisi baphila impilo enjani. Yes, 6 years.
Yeah, for 6 years now, and it's been lovely. Funny because I started it as a joke, actually, because I got pissed off one of these celebrities. His side chick, this guy was in Cape Town. His side chick went outside and took a picture of herself and his car.
That's not
And then she
behaving that well.
posted, this guy's married. It trended, these gossip pages. I got so annoyed. I'm like, no, man, it's time. So I asked my followers, I'm like, guys, do you want me to do a YouTube channel or page? I'm like, okay, I'm scared to go extreme. Let me start small. So I've realized School for Side Chicks on Instagram.
Like I can see it now if I go.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Mana.
So
Lopoti.
at the beginning, it was gonna be a thing. Because I really just thought it's just
It's a real joke, yeah.
Sayvala.
Okay.
6 years later, we are still here. So we international now. We big. People, I get calls in Australia. I get calls. I've got all types. I've got every race. I'm just in it. And I hola madola, hola ma euro, hola wonke. But anyway, the important thing is, okay, Sakali Skole, at the beginning it was all about teaching. You said you're so pink, I have a problem. I'm dating this guy. He's married.
So antisocial.
But manje agafuna keep him mal or umfaz. Okay, it started as side chicks, then it ended up outside as married people coming in. So wives are coming in to ask questions because their husbands are not sleeping with them anymore. What can she do? It's okay. Like simple things like that.
Like manene women sleeping ngeskipa se pirates.
Exactly.
I mean ulala ngeskipa se
Exactly.
ANC. Mara basadi lona mara sometimes of it la kawata bafethu.
But now the sad thing is, even if you've done that and you're still not sleeping
These are
with
things that you've heard about, though.
what?
I'm just asking.
Amajita ngitshela ntwana.
How's
Come
the
on.
family? Everything good?
How's the family?
Skipa sa Jacob Zuma Joe.
Is everything okay?
Stop! Don't do that! Don't do that!
Wa bona we.
So the problem is when the wife is complaining about the man not giving in, even if say going in lingerie, what's the next option? She wants to look outside. Pinky, hook me up with a side nigga. Things are bad because these men are not sleeping with their wives. The wives are fed up. They have their own side niggas.
She also needs a dick.
Yeah, because manje, I get when you put my bottles, lapa. Whatever club is going.
Number 2K.
Number 2K. Awumniki. Ngisho udagi awumniki. Why are you still married then? I think men forget to
For the family.
Dude.
Family values.
So I have wives. I have husbands who also that's obvious because everybody.
And then
you
so
have guys.
The bulk of your students are, I would assume, side chicks.
Yeah.
It's a
As
school.
students, it's a school for side chicks. And it's my 11th page that you're going to see because it's been reported 11, like so many times.
And
Since 2019.
it's crazy because like she'll create, it'll block at like 50K and then they'll shut it down. And she has to start again.
From scratch.
So
Because the wives are reporting. Because, I mean, girls would write a story would say, hey, I think I'm no puti. We don't mention names. It's always anonymous.
Yes.
But if you know your man, someone
of
will read the
course.
story to her.
Yeah.
Me say, I get wives DMing me, Pinky.
This guy owns a production company in Randburg.
I can't do that. It's anonymous.
So wait, I'm confused. So you teach people
How to be a side chick.
how to be a side chick.
Mm-hmm.
Let's first unpack the word side chick. So,
So a
our
side
understanding
chick-
of a side chick, yeah.
Side chick, well, in my books, not pillar people. In
Yeah.
my books, a side
Expert,
chick is the other woman,
Okay.
the other girlfriend. But
The other girlfriend, not
yeah.
a person that's a one night stand.
No,
Okay.
that's a booty call. That's a different thing.
Okay.
I'm not a one night stand. When I'm your side chick, I'm your girlfriend. I
Okay.
just respect the fact that you have someone.
There's an emotional attachment
It
and
happens,
there's some sort
yeah.
of commitment to you.
Exactly, because
Okay.
I don't get a boyfriend.
Okay.
It's only you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so the majority of the side chicks that you are teaching, they don't have another partner, the
Mm-hmm. No.
majority of them.
But the thing is, I need to eat discussions between you and the
Yeah.
person. I can tell you, this works for me. Try it out if you don't. Because if your guys like, I you do whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
But
So it's not open relationships that you're talking about. Because
Yeah.
meaning no ma'am, no deputy, no deputy,
No,
number one.
it mustn't be over them, but it's
Okay.
gonna just cause drama.
Got you.
You need to have to come to an agreement to go, okay, I'm your side chick, this is it. Nami. Come when. Sharp.
Okay.
Okay, so you train people to be side chicks or you offer side chicks to men?
I do both. So
But you put on another lutho. I said akanalutho.
yeah, khona
Usingile.
yonke into, khona
No,
yonke.
sithi usingile ubhuti.
Yeah.
Unetotolozi.
Unetotolozi kuphela. Ucela wena uyakwazi ukumhlanganisa nomuntu.
Yeah, simple. Every Friday,
Uhlanganisa nomuntu ku relationship like a matchmaker umhlanganisa nomuntu for the weekend.
it's up to you. But the conversations you guys can, meaning what I do is, you tell me what you want. Mpuntomazane small, enefika, empofu, enenwelezi thing I fagi wiki, wala. I get that. I share my school. My girls DM me. I send you 10 options. If you are not happy, I send you another 10. So I give you 20 girls to choose from. If you are not happy with that, I get in the back. Then you've got problems because I don't have time to looking.
No, don't cheat. Don't know ku 20 from saying lama cheat. Mina in my past life, back in the day, ungiselelo yedwa. Sign done.
You know?
So ngokusela ukujida uwedwa nentuthulo yakho ngisela ama 20 awukwazi ukhetha yedwa
So,
ngizokuselela amajita.
so wait. Yeah,
We're learning.
So you said every Friday what happens?
Okay, so no, but Fridays is Hookups Friday, like today.
Like vandaag.
But that happens. I post
Is there a WhatsApp group?
No, it's on Instagram. I post hookup sessions. You say what you want in the comment section. That's for people who are open to it. Then I have private hookups. The private hookups is when you DM me and say, Pinky, I wanted to Mazananje. Then no one knows. But there are people who like loud, then it makes life easier. But then there's people who are private who'll be like, Pinky, I need a girl. Because that's when I go international. And I mean, politicians. I mean, I got people.
What do you mean politicians?
Everybody's always, you know, when there's rallies around South Africa,
Yeah.
they always want girls.
Political rally.
Yeah.
So let's say
Something's happening in
the
Bloemfontein.
fridge party
Yes.
is having a political rally here.
So when you hook up the politicians with
Is it? Yeah, with my students.
Abanye is just for the weekend.
Yeah,
Abanye for
I mean,
a longer term.
I call it a tender when it's
Or-
5 politicians, then they want about 6, 7 girls. Then I tender, it's tender because I have to speak in codes because
So I'm a tenderpreneur for a tender. Now it's only tender. I'm a tender.
ngithi tender esikoleni ingane seziyazi ukuthi tender ke kumele bepakishe and we have to look.
and but right
Labo bantu labo. Ayingasikhombisi.
Hey, I got to one next.
Hayi. Isikhombisi.
I'm not out of this chat.
Isikhombisi afuna ukubona. So sifuna ukufunda theoretically, asifuni practical. Asifuni practical.
Yeah.
What?
Just to see
okay.
what options people usually have.
I'm understanding. I'm splitting your school in two.
Okay.
And I might be wrong.
Yeah.
So there's one which speaks to the hookup, it's a short time and a fun time.
Yeah.
And there's one that's side of it is the side partner space.
Ngathini, it's when angithi
'Cause-
it's open because you say what you want.
Yeah.
My assumption,
Everybody's open for everything.
my assumption is that on this tender space,
Yeah.
a lot of these sisters might have boyfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Where-
because amantombazane vele
Yes.
Or the tender side.
Yeah, so I'm
it's
assuming that
different.
on this
Yeah.
tender side, these ladies, when you say, hey guys, there's a tender, there's a rally
Yeah.
for the fridge party or the curtain
Yeah.
party,
Yeah.
they might then leave their partners at home
and come just
whereas on this side, as we had said, would see if it's a school for the side ladies and how to behave. When upward, you are her main guy,
Yeah.
and maybe for the most part only guy.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Okay.
But with the girls, it makes masala. Yeah, because people have so many options. It's always weird because there's even couples who come through. We want to do a threesome.
Why come I mean?
Oh, there's even couples.
I'm talking.
There's even.
Who know my couples?
No, I'm talking. It's me expressing myself. It's not like
There's even scissor. There's even couples.
I put a couple.
Oh wow!
It's couples that ask for threesomes. So they need someone to come and do threesome now. And I also hook them up as well.
What? Because
Because many girls, there's even one lately, this other girl, even yesterday, and she's like, I'm pregnant and my man needs to fuck. And can you just, I'm like, okay, give me your description. And yeah, so she's like, I have to choose her and it has to go through me. I had a wife who said, I'm tired and it's different scenarios. It's not the same thing. I just want a side chick. It's because I'm just like, what?
What the crazy? Hey, wait, no man.
There are sisters out there
Yeah.
who have their partners, their husbands, their boyfriends.
Yeah.
So the sister
too much.
has
This conversation is too much.
no.
No, this conversation
Yeah,
is too much.
So there's called the sister Palace. Palace.
And Abu Palace available stood. Abu Palace.
Okay, forget to Palace. The sister's called Nomfundi.
Ah!
Wesa. Sister's called Mbali.
Lerato.
Okay.
To choose a better
So
name.
a sister, nameless, has a husband or
Yeah.
a partner that she loves and cares for.
Yeah.
That sister is pregnant with her partner's baby.
Yeah.
But she's like, I'm tired. But I know that he needs to be fed.
He needs a
Yeah.
concubine.
No, wait. Whoa. He's hungry. He's a hungry lion. Sis Pinky, please
Yeah.
can you facilitate, just for the weekend, something for my hungry lion to just nibble on?
Nibble.
Does
Hey, we're
that
gonna-
happen?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That happened last night. What day is it today? Friday. Yeah. Thursday.
So, I hypothetically, mina, khona usisi engithandana naye.
Yeah.
Lo sisi eze ku mina ngazi mina ngithulele nje.
Wazi,
Ngibukela ibhola nje ngiyangazi.
Usuza nge tada.
Lo sisi uthi hey lalela wena. While other women are getting their men ikipa zebhola noma ibhodlela ehenisi.
Namasokisi.
Noma amasokisi
No
noma
tie.
i-roll on. Look what I got you.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Go back as go.
Yeah. Guys, where are you guys living? God, which world are you? Which planet?
I'm not part of that planet. Sisi, have you ever heard of such?
Thank you.
You heard of such?
I have, man.
Thank you.
Mara. You know, I'm trying to figure out if we must go very deep. With this chat or not?
How would you hypothetically?
I don't agree. Whatever you're about to say. And you must come. Oh, you must come to the mic, man. Pink Marantozo duang man buffet.
I'm thinking the problem is sex sells, right? And I think what people need to understand is abantu bayayithanda
Batandan.
is sex.
Yeah.
So whether you're in a relationship or not, once you are not having sex in that relationship is dead, guys. I won't lie to you. Because it means you are eating outside or she's eating outside.
No.
You can't not have sex.
No. What if none of you are eating? Better stress span.
Okay. I
Ubani
wish I could believe.
Both.
I wish
What's
I-
none with Pretty stress?
I got a I mean, really.
But you don't know Gutien
But
how
you
she feels.
cannot, you have to give it to her.
Yeah?
You have to give it to her. You can't. I'm telling you right now, because what men are failing to understand, women of today are so different. Yeah. They're so smart. They're so slick. They will play you
Tanda ma
like a
4-5.
motherfucker. And
Basadi ba no barata for 5 icho. Basadi ba no aba
they
safe.
love sex so much. The moment you don't give her dick, she'll get it. And in the even abantu abadala, not too old, but like the between 40 to 50-year-olds.
Yeah.
They're
finding themselves in
they're
Mlotshwa, but
starting again. I don't know if they feel like the pressure or
I get those ones.
yeah.
Most
You
of those
get
ones,
them, you get them kanjani? Like you get them
I
in your
understand
DMs.
why.
Oh, okay.
Angizongijwayela wena.
Yabuza, I'm getting clarity. We all here to learn.
So,
So
jale.
I was over my DM.
No, I mean, I don't even have Nton. Man, I'm not that popular, Nton. I get those guys. Nton.
Do you ever have people that lie to you, like that act like they are quiet? Do you ever get like those
Like
quiet type
what?
of people? Can they?
They're naughty.
They're very naughty.
Freaks, yeah. Because men come back and tell me the next day, I think nobody, hey,
Highway.
your testimony, whatever. Because I share testimonies as well.
And
this
oh,
girl-
no, anonymous. You know, thing, Mus.
No, it's anonymous, but it's testimony without
Oh,
the name.
no one would know, yeah.
no one knows. But even with the hookups, they don't know the guy. They only meet.
How do you
alone.
verify?
Someone? That's another thing. I have hawks in my school. I have
What?
You've what?
hawks.
Hawks. Like the hawks.
It's intelligence.
Okay.
I've got someone who works for intelligence who's in my school. If I need something to be checked, because I've had a girl being raped. There are more situations like that.
Yeah.
So I've got cops as well. I've got emergency
So you
cases.
have to do your due diligence on those. Okay.
There was a girl who was being beaten up by a guy who's a student. Because I also have students who are guys. Because they had a tiff, whatever, in Pretoria.
Yeah.
Then I had to get people in Pretoria to sort it out to get her home. You know what I mean? Like, I've had situations like that. Because safety comes first. I could never. No, but I don't just. You can't just come to me random and be like, I have to know who you are as a guy.
How
You know what I
how do
mean?
you get to know the guys then? Like what is it that you do?
Then my person does a background check. Because at least I need to.
Why when ubuza yonke
I need to
I'm
know
asking-
something
I'm
about
asking-
you just in case if something happens to the girl, then we've got something on you. Maybe we know your wife or we know your something. Then we know so
When who did you?
you did.
Wena abantu basilile ba.
Lona uphidi.
No, ngenzela ukuthi if ingane uyikidnap usayibuyisa ingane lahlekile so kubamba kanjani if I don't know you. So I need to know something about you.
Oh,
That's
you got
what
the
I
wife's
mean.
number or something.
I was ngizotshela wife. No, but I'm just
Oh,
saying
hayi uzofaka ama-cameras,
No, I'm just saying
ubacele.
if ngikhambisa ingane kuwena,
Ogeza.
she's my responsibility. If she doesn't come back and you murdered her,
Then you tell
you know
the
what
wife.
I mean?
Like
Then
lentsha.
phela meda awu siyakwakusiza nama-camera futhi ukuze vele
Boshwe,
siqede ngawo
boshwe
boshwe
nje.
nje. If there's murder, I've never had that. But
I wanna go a bit deeper. Tell me, what have you witnessed as like what has made women get to that point where they wanna give it up, whether it's for money or it's for pleasure? Like what has made women get to that? Because women are not like that.
I wanted to actually ask about Kuti. Are a lot of the women in it for money? That's one of the
like
main things I want to ask.
endlini, like why are generally women are at that stage? Like what has happened?
Well, there's two types. There's
Sure.
one who are just in it for the money, and there's one who just loves sex.
Money, sex.
Yeah.
So those are the two predominant. How often do you get people who are genuinely lonely?
I get that, but it's not a lot. But you know what happens? In many cases, some meet for fun, then it turns out to be.
A connection.
Because I've had someone get married in my school. I had a couple who had a baby from just hooking up. So it does sometimes turn out to be something serious.
phela ingane awe-aplayele ingane. Khithi uShange put out game week.
Shabaka na man, shabaka
Ne?
steak intana.
Sithi ngizophuma.
Wagyu beef raw. Ukena same time.
Mina ngiyazi lento ye-raw.
But it's scary because girls have become desperate when it comes to the money part. And I teach them, I'm not materialistic. I don't like money. I don't do transactionals. If I want to sleep with you, you're going to sleep with me for free. I don't expect anything from you.
So mahala we.
Mahal. But I don't do hookups, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, sure.
So I've never been a hookups
I like
person.
that. I remember there was a time where I think it was on Instagram Live, and this lady was offering an iPhone, not an iPhone, a PlayStation
Hey,
5.
that lady,
She was
yeah.
offering a PlayStation 5.
Amashita.
to twerk.
Yeah, I
yo.
remember that.
And I was like-
during COVID.
I was like, I will gladly twerk for free on the table by myself when I
I
want
want
to.
to, yeah.
But you will never pay me an amount of money.
It doesn't matter
to
how
do
much.
that.
Exactly.
You offer me like a couple of, but like you're not gonna offer me a PlayStation 2 for me to twerk,
Yeah.
and because that means my dignity is gone.
Exactly.
I would rather twerk. You see exactly what you're saying.
I'm seeing you twerking my head.
I would twerk for free versus twerking for money. Because
Yeah.
now I hear exactly what you're saying. Because you say I like what I like.
Yeah.
I don't do one night stands. And when I find what I like, not a rand in it.
Yeah.
Whether you live under a bridge or whether you live
Yeah.
in a travel book.
If I want a taxi driver,
It's what I like.
it's what I like.
But now
It's
you're
what-
not going to come and say, I've got 10th hour for the next hour.
I don't.
No.
I don't do money.
But most of the people you have in your school are that offering you.
I would say most. I think it's on the table. It's not a situation of you know what I taught them, man. I've never taught them about the money. I don't do transactions. I'm not about that. I even had to stop school at one time just to punish them because it was just going crazy. Everybody's like, I want money.
'Cause it kind of feels like it's the beginning of the end.
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
Guti, I don't want it to.
'Cause
It's
you're running
not
like
a
a brothel.
prostitute. It's
Yeah,
prostitute.
yeah.
I'm like, my school is not about that. So my thing is, what I was teaching them is that if you're going to hook up with a guy, at least have a drink before.
Figure out what
Something.
bracket he's
Have
in.
lunch. Or if you want money ngaleyo ndlela, at least akhokhele Uber ukuthi uza kuwena. But don't make it ukuthi siyafika sizadlala ekseni got 5,000 like
Do you educate some of the girls to be able to identify guys with money?
yes, because I always tell them
I'll give you an
I'm a
example.
tender now,
So this
boy.
is Debsa's wallet.
Yeah.
né?
Oh,
So there's a lot of black cards. I just.
Penson.
Just a lot of black cards. It's a private wealth, private business.
I'm a Penson. You are wrong for doing that. Yeah?
Sorry.
I'm gonna play card la.
Let me just see something.
I'm gonna play cards. I'm gonna play cards la.
I just wanna see it. I'm sorry.
But the thing is,
I saw like 4 black
I always
cards.
tell them,
Different
not
banks.
to judge.
Why don't you have one bank to have all your private wealth accounts in one bank? Why would you?
Hey, my man, busted.
Why wouldn't you have?
Wealth, just private wealth, you're wealtherizing.
Does your
there.
banker advise you to? So when you sit with Banbani Goldberg, Banbani Steen,
Ask your question, bitch.
why you not makata mnyama or private Banban? Anyway, so do some of them come to you and say, "We're looking for. I'm lonely. I'd like a partner. However, in the criteria I'm defining, I need a guy who financially is strong.
Yeah.
What are the indicators? How can I pick that up?
How can you pick that up? Because, okay, what, ngathini, with many guys, with South Africa is different, guys. Yes, you can't judge a book by its cover, firstly. I know guys who look terrible but are actually so moneyed. And
Yeah.
the students are so stupid. Sorry to say students, but some of you
I've
are.
got someone.
They always judge Nguti.
I've got someone that I know. I've got someone that I know. The 3 of us, 1, 2, 3. You know this person. He drives a Toyota Taz every now and again, and he accidentally saw his bank account, and I was never been so angry in my life. I got emotional. Because this cake wears the same fucking clothes,
Every day.
black clothes, all the time.
I've had challenge,
and I looked
bank statement challenge where they posted their money.
No, this he would never. He would die before he posted. He would die with his Papayana Capitec account, and I saw what was in that.
Gravitez.
Uyipushele test lo mchita lona engengimusho.
Right, husband, like.
Because ikipa isingasanga. Mchita lona.
Yeah.
Ifethi engayibona fethi man. Uyahleze ekhala ukuthi akanamali. Njalo mhlawumbe mayifika mhlawumbe masithenga like ama chips nesinye.
Uzothenga into 50 rand.
Uzothenga iphakathi li1 ama chips. Besithi, "Hey bro, can we just share these chips?" Thanda kabi isingisi ke, isingisi siyasithanda. Sidleke leso singi. Engayibona ikhadi ngelinye. Ayi mangithi ngithi bayithiwa ngiphucu ngithi ngiboni ngathi hayibo. Anga order boy. Nga-order ngahlina, uyafika ibhini, ihlinile ibhini, ngibaka nje, ngathi angicebe kumamsi. Ngathi ngibona umcebe, ngibonile phela. Awu ngibonile. Uzama ukushaya njalo uhamba.
That's the husband material.
But what has been the successful pattern that you've seen?
Well,
Is it a car? I mean, I think some of the things obviously car and all those things.
Which pillar for me, my type is that type.
But for the majority
For
of
majority
your
girls, they don't mind. They couldn't mind.
Because there's a difference. There's guys that have money, don't know how to use it on sisters. And there's guys that are okay, but know how to use money.
Then there's just reckless ones who just said,
friend of
before you
mine-
meet him, he gives you 10K.
Two quick
By the
stories.
time you come there.
2 quick stories.
Yeah.
I had a really good friend of mine, and I remember at that time I went with my partner at the time, went to the zoo and we did a picnic, and he's like, break down the cost. And the cost actually ended up being like a couple of grands.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, like an empty picnic basket costs you 600 rand, empty. Then you buy like a bottle of champagne, a couple of cheeses, cheese board, zoo 250, that's 5 klipa.
Yeah.
Okay. So you end up, but it seems look quaint and cute, but it's come. No, when you are when the twins are umsangana, you know.
Yeah.
It's like as mina mangathumela ingane nje itawa. Angiyazi lengane ngithi no ngithumela itawa ngiyakuthanda yazi anti itawa. I've never there's guys that know how to use money.
Yeah.
I think for the most of us we don't know how to use
No,
money.
to spend it like that.
Because when you'll spend, I'll give you an example. Ne? Let's say when umemo wakho on medical aid is 2.5.
Sure.
But it's not valued in part of expenditure for women.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's not part of this
Yeah.
splurge.
Yeah.
You know, gas or cocaine. Then you take him out to a service because it couldn't sound it dying. And
Because I have side chicks abangespetula abadinga 5,000 nje. Ubona ufuna 5,000 ni. Like, you know, like for you to even see her. I have those type of
Of 5 stina. Can I?
Khona banjalo. That's my high class, high value.
I was about to say,
High
ukuthi
value. Kuya
the most
ne-value.
beautiful women.
Kuya
Is it
ngevele.
correct that the most beautiful women in your school are the ones that
very
love
small,
money?
yeah.
in your school.
It's say
Basadi
slave
ba rata
queens,
tjhelete.
yeah.
No,
Basadi ba rata tjhelete, mfanaka.
bro, I've worked with a lot of, and I'm not trying to be racial.
Yeah.
A lot of white ladies know how to smell white guys with money.
Yeah.
The one guy I worked with, he drives a Ford Fiesta. This was 2020. Drives a Ford Fiesta. I've told you the story many times. And he comes to work and he's red and he's very stressed and he's stressed. What's wrong, bro? Like, come on, nice guy comes with Mr. Price shorts. Like a standard guy Ford Fiesta.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, I'm so stressed. I haven't slept for 2 days because like my hippo, it's pregnant and like she's pregnant and now we don't know what to do. And I've told you the story. And he's talking and he's like, so I'm stressed because the vet came in. And I go, whoa. Sebenza sonke mfethu sonke siholo 5,000 nyana a month. Siyahlanganisa siyabhadanisa.
Yeah, umuntu uzotshela nge-craft. Yanyiyo.
Bro, you've got you stressed about your pregnant hippopotamus. That means you have obviously for it to be pregnant. It's not like Mary hippo.
Yeah.
You know, there's no God and your hippo has Joseph and his Mary. That means you got more than one hippo.
Yeah.
Where do you get a hippo?
Yeah, dude.
Where do you put a hippo?
Where do you put a hippo? Yeah.
What does a hippo eat? Like, do you eat dog more, bobtail?
And then ihippo idli dog more mfana.
A hippo uthi noma uthi uhamba uthola ihippo so ibeka phi? Ubeka like ishila. A hippo.
Damn. So how big is your place? You're right.
Damn, uyibeka damn. Mawuthi eat damn.
You know,
Because the hippo, unama hippo. He's saying he's so genuine and so
sad.
You're so sincere in talking about his stress
Stress like a hippo.
about a pregnant hippo.
Imagine.
And how he brought in the
His
veterinarian
money
to
just
check.
fuck.
I'm like, bro, I don't even know how much a hippo costs.
I don't even know.
But
It sells as a pet.
You know, basically, I want to go back to...
for you to have hippos, and like now he's gonna be like, hey, bro, do you wanna go Harvey's on muchachos? Fuck, I'm not going Harvey's on fucking nothing.
Sell a hippo,
ever.
nigga.
Muchachos. You know, go Nando's. Nando's. Oh, muchachos. Among Pedro. Hey, mama, I know you're not.
I know, nigga, you got a hippo.
I'm
I'm telling you, there has to be a pattern that you've seen. What has been the pattern of the niggas that you say have money? Forget what is it called? Something when is it outlaw or something? When something is unique.
Outlier.
Forget the outliers.
Yeah.
What has been the common pattern? You're like, law?
Man.
Yeah, what has been the pattern that the guys from a behavioral perspective
It's
have? What have you seen?
Well, the guys, the main guys, it's guys that have money, but not. They can afford to do.
like, what's the
hookups.
salary bracket when you say it like that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
20K?
Okay, I don't know.
20K?
But
No nigga that earns 20K can pay 5,000. No. 20K is still
like it's because I mean,
just 15 above.
it's those guys. They about
50,000, like 50,000 imagine.
Yeah, and you call it 20,000 or spending 5,000 on a girl, man. That doesn't make sense.
Anji mang for a black card from like 3 different banks. How much must I pull a month? Hypothetically speaking.
oh my god, private health. Well, when it's health.
Kono Investec, kono no Discovery, kono no FNP. Like how much on average, just generally speaking?
But you know what those guys do with those black cards? This is what I've seen that the guys do with black cards. But we need to go back to the site. What those guys do, you find out what is how much must I pay for ever long? 3 months, I must deposit 60,000 a month. After 3 months, you order the card.
So
Whatever the card is, you order it, then after that, in fact, you can go broke after.
And I
So
also
that
have
just
ladies
becomes a
that
status.
have money that want guys that don't have money.
You got what?
I've got ladies that have money that want guys that don't have money.
Before we unpack this, I want to just go into the card business, and I think there's two guys in terms of this card life. There's guys that you clearly don't have a choice from a business point, because there's obviously the incentives of having it, you know. So I think for me, it's also because I work.
Wait, Penson, I don't have those guys. Guys, wait, Penson don't get drunk, guys.
No, but
I don't have those cards.
no.
You don't say anybody, bro.
Man, I just want to go into it, and again, it's business cards. So let's
Sure.
Yeah, I think the cards are there. Let's not get lost. I'm trying to explain a point, Guti. There's the incentive around, because I know I have to travel a lot, so therefore I have to get the card.
Yeah.
Because angithi sifuna i-discount, angithi sifuna izinto zamahala kahle kahle. So you get the card because ufuna i-vitality points and izinto zamahala. So people are like, hey bro, you bank with, and I was like,
It's only that.
so ejimini ngikhokha imali encane, and then when you fly you also there's that. And then there's the guys, as you're saying, for 3 months with the clout.
Yeah, Anton.
You know.
Then you get the card.
The moment you guys, and this is just a bit of advice for whoever's listening, you have that card for clout, I think it's the beginning of the end. You've lost.
It's ukujump.
It's boy. If the only time I'd ever suggest anyone who gets into private wealth or private banking, it's literally to have access to a banker, because you're trying to save, and you're trying to, because for me, my banker, it's a matter of, hey, I want to win an equality to Zakshul.
Yeah.
Yeah, one message. No, kokale. Leya akakabe rate. Masesi ratings ukutshela mina uzozwa ngami. Shifter le mali le
Uzifake lapha.
lana ngizokubhalela incwadi ngicela u-email lo. So that's the only reason why you play in that space. That's the advice when I've seen guys that are in that space from a business point. That's how they do it. The guys that are there for clout, they've lost, bro.
But they know when to pull it out, man, depending on the bill. Because the cards do attract a certain
pull
type
it out
of
to
woman.
attract a one night stand, and then they might make the mistake of attracting the wrong one night stand, and then they find themselves in trouble. Because I've seen it, and back in the day when I was also lost, I could see the caliber of sisters that I was with. I could see them, and I could see that they would smell certain things. I just pull out the Capitec card, and then they go and they move away, and I go. Because sometimes if you use a car as an indicator, and you came in the wrong car, and they see you come out, and they go, Sunday.
Hungry lion.
Because you start attracting. Find a match as ukubamba inkunzi. Ayambona umchita one cash flow olahlile. Bazobamba wena inkunzi versus bamba umunye umchita because unisuka waphapha. Again, this is whether you use it, not use it. Money is a tool. Money is not something that the moment money controls you, you've already lost.
True.
It's a tool. It's a tool.
In fact, I want to know the sisters who.
Yeah. No, I'm also very interested. Can I record this part? I want to record it.
Which part is this?
This is adulting. You know, have you watched adulting? You know what? Yeah.
I don't watch
There's
TV.
the lady.
Guys, shout out to Debza Tribal Media House. Shout out to all of the guys. The shows that you guys are doing is phenomenal. It is.
What's going on with this guy?
Because you guys do amazing shows, bro.
Yeah, we try. Yeah, let's move on, Fit.
The guys do amazing shows. It's just that I don't watch TV.
Good. Oh, thank you. You can name them. Well done. Amgen. So in adulting.
But in your cock DSTV, full bouquet, premium every month.
You don't watch.
No, and khona ile record bayaphoza ngayibuka phela ingane zami ziyabuka lapha ziphoza ngiyaphoza ngapha unye boye kule camera unye boye ekhaya nje.
You got a multi view.
No, mina ngibuka.
Hey, that's me. Hey, I
No,
haven't
Google.
watched.
What do you watch on TV? Like, what's
I
your
don't watch
favorite show?
on TV.
What do you watch, generally?
YouTube. I watch you. I watch you. I watch my brother. I watch you, Pink. Obviously, that's why she's here. That's all I watch. But I watch what's happening in America. I watch American news.
Yeah,
I watch
me too. That's
I'm boring, bro.
I haven't
watch
watched.
everything.
I haven't watched TV since 2019.
Is it?
I'm that guy who's had
Phone.
DSTV Premium
And not watch anything.
since 2011.
Yo, but you
I've
haven't.
paid every single month for premium DSTV since 2011, and since 2013 I've had dual view PVR. What's
Yeah.
it called?
Yeah, PVR,
That
the
And
last name.
I've got 3 TVs in my house, and I don't watch a single one.
I mean, I don't know.
I've got 4 kids, so now you must also understand. Guti,
And I mean, I watch everything reality. There's
You're
no,
creative.
there's no reality show you can tell me about that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but you're a creator.
Reality
You watch my
documentaries.
reality shows.
Let's see. Ah,
It was long time ago
Man-
though. Ultimate
Woman
House
with
Party.
money.
and-
yes.
No, right? I'm joking. You watched
no,
that?
yeah. There's no reality show I don't watch, man.
Woman with money.
Reality show documentaries. Yeah, those are
love
my thing.
documentaries.
Yeah,
I
documentaries,
love
man.
documentaries.
Is it?
I'm a crime nerd. Crime shows, anything that's crime.
There's a
New York
documentary.
Homicide. Must check out New York Homicide on Netflix.
My
Really?
my
I have to
favorite
check it out.
documentary is
Check it
called
out.
Paris is Burning.
Really?
It's a
Say
subculture
check.
of the gay transgender
Yeah.
movement in the 80s in New York.
Oh,
I'll send
nice.
I'll send it to you. The only way you can get is in Putlocker. I promise you, and I know he'll love it.
Yeah.
Because of one, the time.
Yeah.
What's it? What?
Paris is burning. It's about Itaban, ne?
No, but you
Why is he knowing what's going on?
I know his mind.
No, but-
it's so creative
No,
and
what
it's
is-
so
no, no,
breaking
what's
the barrier.
what's a gay
He can-
transgender?
No, but Itaban nama transgender.
Oh, it's about. Oh, I thought you were
Yes.
saying it's about a
Gay
you
see
what I was
gay
explaining,
who became a trans.
No, it's about different. It's about the whole ecosystem.
Oh,
so
yeah,
there's a time
yeah,
where
yeah.
I was sitting with Sparky and so we were going, "Hey, kitty, on a hot tin roof." We were saying, we were referencing that documentary.
Yeah.
There's documentaries that have nothing to do with you that will change your life.
I need to take this call.
I'm a documentary
deep person.
nerd.
Yeah.
Hence why I said with the porn one of the dark side of
Oh,
porn.
yeah, yeah.
It's not porn. You're not watching people having sex.
Yeah.
You know, so but the way that they approach it is so educational. And I hope whoever's watching us right now engaging is not wearing a lens of judging you, judging
Yeah.
the school, judging us drinking or smoking. And they're like, okay, people are engaging. I might not agree with everything that they're saying.
Yeah.
But let me hear how other people live
Yeah.
and how other people engage certain things.
Yeah.
And where I disagree, let me research more. And where I agree, let me also be humble enough to
Exactly.
get more.
Because
And
everything is not always about what you know and what you like. It's always good to always learn about other people's things.
I want to know about the ladies with money. The thing is that the Debs is not here.
You will wait for him.
I want to go all the way back. I want to go all the way back and I want to go
No,
deep.
but it's
Can
crazy.
I go deep?
You can go deeper.
Not deep into the thing, deep into you.
Okay.
Okay, so I do a lot of episodes about society, and I feel society is on a downward spiral.
Yeah.
With the work that you do, how do you feel about that in the landscape of, or in the lens rather, of society? Your role and your impact on society.
It's actually, it's funny, not funny. It's actually, what's the word? I don't know what to call it. It's weird, or it's like weird to put it in that way because I only started looking or thinking about the society after starting doing these interviews. Because before, when I started my school, I never thought about what about that other wife or someone's wife or whatever. How do they feel? Pinky, you're ruining the society. You have side chicks, you're promoting side chicks, all of that. And for me, it wasn't a thing of I'm promoting side chicks. I've never said, everybody come through, let's all be side
Everybody
chicks.
side chick.
You know, umuntu choice yakhe.
You are
I'm
saying,
just
should
teaching.
you be a side chick?
If you want to,
There's an
come
etiquette
through.
around it.
Trust me, if I didn't go what I went through that got me to here, I wasn't going to be a side
What
chick.
did you go through?
Ooh, it's a lot. But to start from the beginning, it was the sexual abuse at 14 that I never got help from because my parents are the church, so I couldn't go to therapy because they don't want people to know, so you have to protect the church. So I never dealt with it at a young age. So
sorry
by the
about that.
time I started dating, I still had the things I hate
trauma.
men and that trauma, and I didn't know how to deal with it. So
So
the moment you cheat, it's like,
so it started from a point of pain.
yeah.
Okay.
And people will never understand that.
I can.
And,
I fight a lot. I do a lot of those things. And when people say, I say, I think it comes from the inception of it.
Yeah.
Comes from trauma, coming
Yeah.
from a household where we've spoken about this with my brother at nauseum about how abusive my father was. So you're like, I need to protect my mom type of
Yeah,
thing. So
yeah.
it starts from somewhere. And then obviously, as you've said, you've turned it into something else.
Yeah.
So yes, it might have had a painful and
Experience, yeah.
a very apologetic
Yeah.
start. Without putting these words into your mouth, I have seen through my lived experience, Guti or Sisi, that I hate the word side chick.
Yeah.
Personally, I hate it. I was in a 15-year relationship with my ex, and she's blessed me with 3 amazing kids. And she is the most patient, most loving, most amazing human being, but in a better 1,000 times. And when people were to say, "Guti, the sisters are with side chicks," I'd get emotional and I'd be angry because I'm like, I actually also care for them.
Yeah.
So the word side chick socially has been defined very toxic, very badly.
What homewreckers?
Homewreckers.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at the time I wrecked the home. She didn't wreck the home.
Yeah.
I wrecked the home, and I was wrecking the home with the one night stands and the going and doing this. And the second I had the side chick, my life got balanced. I don't know if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it does.
Because if I'm not Ekaya, I'm here. I'm not with
Gallivanting.
1, 2. I'm not gallivanting. Financially,
stable.
all of a sudden I start stabilizing. All of a sudden, I'm being guided. All of a sudden, when I actually go back home, I go back home with a bouquet of flowers. And
Yeah.
I'm more
You're happy.
loving and
Yeah.
caring. And that outside tap that never worked, that she's always been telling me
Yeah.
to fix, now I actually fix. So I have a personal, very negative connotations to that word. I don't
side
like
chick.
that word
Yeah.
because I think a lot of side chicks have saved marriages and they've saved the family and they've saved that. And I'm not
The
again
mature ones.
promoting anything. I'm not promoting, as you were saying, you're not selling.
Yeah.
I'm not promoting.
Yeah.
But it has saved that. But in terms of your core fundamentals, have you felt guilty?
I think the first time I felt guilty was when the first relationship of me being a side chick, because I knew the lady before I became the side chick of a man. But now, listen, it gets worse. Ngatin, Ugaine introduced me to the lady. We were still friends. Me and Ugai, not the lady.
You knew the lady.
I knew her as a man. Then he convinced me. I was 16. Okay, I was 16. He convinced me that he loves me. Okay, and I got convinced that he does, but I was hiding it from her. But now it gets worse. They had a baby.
How old
Babysitting their kid.
How old was Uput? And
He was
Usis?
20 something.
25.
Yeah, most probably
Usisi was?
22.
You were 16.
Why is he giving me that look?
Go back. I'm
Yeah.
missing out. Would you like another drink? Would you?
Please, my appetizer there. Thank you.
Must I just pour appetizer in there?
Yes, appetizer.
Okay. Keep talking.
Yeah.
Listen.
So I felt when I felt guilty, it was on the day when she found out. No, I see. When she found out, because I felt so guilty because I knew her not on a but she called ngaphika. I could I would deny until you, even if you have a sex tape, I will deny it because I don't want to. I don't want to also feel bad. I think that's why I deny so much because it's on shy. I young shy when she was crying over the phone. Oh, that's when I made a decision. Next time I'm a side chick, I don't want the lady to find out. Finding it a show, not my name. Kona may call elonendo dake. Ngabutu kani so pink. Angifun leon. ngifuna ukhaliswa intombi yakhe but akazi ukuthi mina. The moment ukhalisa uPinky yabona uPink wakho or you fighting at home it's about Pinky. I don't want that.
You fell for this guy.
Yeah, no hard. I was 16.
No, look. I want to say something. I'm scared to say it, and I want to word it correctly. A part of me believes that at age 16, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, but
Because,
I mean...
Sizwe, do you think when you were 16, a man, would coerce you enough to put their pinky in your bum?
No, but he...
No, right?
He groomed me,
because
though.
you knew. It's like the drunk excuse that people say, like,
Because
oh, I was drunk. I was drunk. Excuse me. I've never heard, me personally, a sister who says, I was so drunk, I slept with a street kid.
Oh, no, yeah.
It's always, I'm drunk, I happen to sleep with this guy that I was flirting with even when I was sober.
Yeah,
you know, like type of thing.
Okay, yeah.
You know, so I think I understand 16 is very young.
Yeah.
But I also at the same time understand Uguti 16 can also be
I
very
was cheeky.
aware.
No, but I was cheeky
No, but you were. My question is, were you aware?
of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I was saying.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I was aware, but I
Yeah.
didn't want to hurt her.
Yeah, because
Uguti
16 again, guys, is young. We're not trying to promote any
it's
funky
very
thing.
young, yeah.
I've got a rule, a dating rule.
Yeah.
So this is a date. It's not my rule. So it's one of the things. It's a guy rule. So the guy rule is half your age plus 7. I've given so many guys. I said, look, if you're ever going to play around with girls, especially with the Daddy Cassie thing, I say half your age plus 7. So if you're a young 20-year-old gent, half your age is 10 plus 7, 17. Only start messing around with girls that are 17 and above. 17 is minimum. I'm not saying 17, but I'm saying with you.
Yeah.
So if right now, I'm 36, half of 36 is what? 18?
16.
36.
Oh, yeah, 36.
Yeah, it's 18.
Yeah, it's 18.
Ne?
I thought you said
Is it 18?
18,
It's
plus 7.
Plus 7. So the youngest I can mess with is 25.
What?
Half my age plus 7.
No ways. You
Yeah.
can still mess with someone younger than that.
No. And in fact, 25 is the minimum age.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'll go at like 27, 20. And again, with the whole Shannon
That's
Sharp,
clever.
Shannon Sharp was 54 when he was messing at 90. I was like, if you kept this rule and you said half your age plus 7, so half of 54 is 27. Is it 27? Plus 7, that becomes 34.
What's half of 50?
25.
Plus 7?
Oh, so if
Okay.
if he's 50, he can mess around with a 32-year-old.
Oh, okay.
It's still a huge gap between a
Yeah.
person who's 32
Yeah.
and a person who's 50.
Yeah.
That's a big gap.
It's 16
But
years.
it's
18 years.
but
yeah.
it's a more respectful
Yeah,
gap.
it's better.
Where to see on a 32, put on a 50. So I'm just saying, as long as we can keep it within that dynamic. So
Yeah.
hence why I asked you his age, and you said
Yeah.
it's around 25.
25, yeah.
They kind of maybe.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, maybe.
25, yeah.
So-
Not more than 25.
So what's half of 25?
12 point.
Let's say 13.
Shucks, yeah. I was young.
13 plus 7 is 20.
Yeah.
So he was playing around in dangerous
Dangerous waters. Very
Dangerous
dangerous.
territory.
Yeah, no.
age of consent though for people that, because I know people are going to be negative. It's 16 in this
Senses
country.
rape and what-
It's 16 in this country, guys. And anything below that, it is as long as the guy is 2 years older than you, then.
yeah, no.
So if you are 12, I think that's the legal age to have sex
Really? 12?
in this country. But only if your partner is 2 years older than you.
No ways. 12 shouldn't be. They must start at 16. My poor kids when I have kids.
But I'm saying,
Oh,
Guti, like for
shame.
example, you can abort without parental consent from
really?
12.
Okay, well, yeah.
And
Well,
if your partner is 2 years or less, then it's not reported. So if the sister is 12 and the guy is 14, then
but
it's
all
that.
that is just scary.
The problem comes in post 16, you know, then there's dynamics around it. But then again, from 18 and it's open gates, because you can be 18 and the guy can be 90 and no one's the wiser.
Hey, I can't do grandpas. Hey, like,
Okay, so you tried being, so you started off at that 16 journey
yeah,
as the
side
side.
chick.
at the time you really cared for the guy?
Yeah. Well, it's that guy that I had a boyfriend, and then I left my boyfriend for this guy. That's the guy who taught me how to be a side chick. That's the guy who, like, he's like, don't call me after this. Because obviously I didn't know.
How old was your boyfriend?
My boyfriend was like 18 or something.
Okay.
But it's 4 years of me dating the side guy.
You were the side.
I was the side, yeah.
So until around about 20.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you left this guy.
Yeah. Because he wanted me to stay in Durban for him. The audacity. Hayibo. Unomuntu nje wena. Hawu, samse goli.
And then you came to Joburg when you were 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you came to Joburg and you lived your Joburg life.
Yeah, then I wasn't a side chick then. That's when I started a relationship. That's another relationship I started. And it was 4 years. That was my last long.
So around 20-ish,
Yeah.
you came to Joburg, started a new life, found yourself again, started afresh. And then within that dynamic, then you
Had
got
a
into another relationship.
serious relationship for like,
And in that relationship, what were the dynamics then?
I was the main. We even stayed together at one point.
You guys cohabitated. You around 20 years old.
Yeah.
How old is this guy?
He was 28.
20? What's the formula again? Half your age plus 7.
But he's 28,
Caesar?
I'm 20. Come on.
What's half of 28?
14.
14.
Plus 7, 21.
Yeah.
Okay, so you fall within the. No, you 20.
Well, 2021, it was after first year, second year, like 2021, 22. Like. Yes, it wasn't
Okay,
immediate
let's
because I was dating Jay, something.
Let's say you are in that bracket.
Yeah.
That's you, the main system in his life.
Even lived together.
You guys live together.
The future was there. It was there.
I think that's the definition of main.
Yeah.
Because in Tlala too.
Ah.
How was that relationship? Coming from
Awesome.
being
At the beginning.
give me timelines.
First year up to the 1.5 years. Because I think I just stayed for the 3rd and 4th year because
Accommodation.
no, he was staying at my place.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I would go home and he would fuck girls in my place. I would go home and he would use my car and pick up girls with my car. So my experience of being a main.
No, but that's not every main's experience.
I
You
know,
had
I'm
a
just
very
saying.
negative. No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Guti, with the connotations, I don't want it to now seem as if this is
I'm a main.
So you had a very challenging
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
And you guys were together for another 4 years.
But the experience that only happened like on the 2nd to the 3rd year. Ukuthi angisakhumbuli exactly, but it was later.
I need to smash it twice though. Sizo, I need to smash it twice, brother. No, you need to jump on, dog.
What
No,
is
but I'm
social
also
trust?
interested.
What's
Huh?
that?
Try 6-9.
Oh.
Okay, so I want timelines because when people are following and listening to this, I want them to actually understand the timelines.
I'm not gonna get it right though.
No,
like,
that's what
yeah.
we're saying about
Yeah,
20,
yeah,
21,
yeah.
22 there. And then you were a main for about 4 or 5 years.
Yes. That's the I need to see Leah say Vasit.
Sizo, kuba in the chat le.
Just
Kuba in
go.
the chat
Can't see it.
Sizongena la. Uzom update. Uzom update. Khuluma kakhulu, I'm
Get
opening
it
the store. I'm opening the store. Nabuya. Nabuya.
I think for me it's
Loud.
Aibu.
Hi, boy.
The most interesting thing for me is why do you decide that people need assistance in this area of being side chicks?
Because of the recklessness of it. Girls have become so
Yeah.
bad. Ngokuthi they forget you need to respect the wife. You need to respect the fact that you put yourself in the position of being a side chick. Akondile ukuthi unama rights, awunama rights kahle kahle.
Yeah.
Uyifake kuyimpilo yabantu. Fanele uhloniphe leyo mpilo. In order for the relationship to work.
Yeah.
If uzokhama uzohlanga ufuna kuphathe wena whatever, you the side chick, everybody must know you the side chick, it's not going to work. Because if the wife is not happy, he's not happy, then you are messed up. The wife needs to be happy in order for him to be calm. Then you can be happy as well. So
So in the case that maybe the side chick outperforms the wife.
see, that's the thing.
You change topics.
We don't play.
Dirty
Yeah.
rat.
It
Dirty,
happens.
dirty
And
rat.
even with promotions, people
Yeah.
get promoted from side chick to main, and I never
did you
advise
ask?
that. I never
How did you
advise.
ask?
No, for me, I wanted to like, what's the premise? Like, what led her to feel like
People need
actually there's a deficit here. People aren't behaving as side chicks,
to- yeah.
and they need training.
Have you had a side chick?
I've never had one, man.
They
I-
need training
I-
because they don't respect the wife and they don't respect the relationship of their partner. Bafuna ukufika bezophatha. Kanti it doesn't work like that. Ufike wena emzini wabantu. You need to, excuse me, you need to respect that. You're not awuzile ukuzophatha. It's not your party.
But why? Because she's here for love.
Yes, but I'm saying ukuthi you shouldn't try to overtake. Ngisho lama side chick afuna ukuzokhipha umem. It's not about that.
But within...
I don't support that. I don't
let-
want you to go in there. I'm coming to take out the wife.
Let me
I'm
add
not
a
about
different
that vibe.
variable.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to add the culture and the traditional variable.
Yeah.
Do you ever get to deal with abantu who are coming in and they say, Funa is Tim?
No. What
Or is
happens
it
is
more very much
the
the
girls
West?
get offered that.
God bless you, brother.
Girls get offered that.
It's Tim.
Ukuthi nangu ubhuti usethi ufuna ukuba ngibe unkosikazi wesibili. What's your take?
What's he doing?
It's up to you. I can't decide for you. Do you feel he's ready for that? Noma usajabulisa ikukho. Is he ready to take her? Because uyawazi ama-needs akho. Uzokwazi ukhandisha financially, is he fine? Don't give yourself to someone or uzokwenza second wife kodwa ukwenzela isex akwenzela ukuthi uzokuphatha njengendoda akwenze umfazi ngoba phela umfazi wants you second wife. It's terrible this. If you can't handle that, then just stay as a side chick.
I mean, excuse to
No,
cut
it's
you
fine.
off, but yeah, I get the becoming a second wife is maybe
It's another role. It's like different.
okay,
Yeah.
but then I'm also looking at if you're a side chick and you're this person's girlfriend. Kuhluka kuphi?
Light. Akukho phela ma.
But surely there's some kind of attachment that does.
Yeah.
Because there has to be
that is-
a growth and
Yeah,
well,
obviously
grade
you
8,
grow,
grade 9, grade 10,
you
grade
grow
11, grade 12.
together. But I'm saying in an instance of, in many cases, the girls that come to me saying, he wants me to be his second wife, it's not relationships of after they've been fucking for 3 years. No, it's a situation people who kept out 6, and it's like sketchy. Don't ajabuliswa yilokhu
too
uthi,
early.
"Ma,
It's
he
too
wants
early."
me to be the second wife," and they get excited about it. I'm like, calm down, you know? But as a girlfriend, if you've been with someone for like 4 years or whatever, it's like there's something that's there, and yeah, you can be the second wife if you want to. I mean, I just
20
still want my peace, my freedom. I don't want to be.
25, you break up with this guy that you're living with.
Yeah,
You chase him out your place.
yeah, bo.
Then what was the journey from there?
I dated, then I became a side chick proper
Why?
for another guy, and then
Was
that
he
was
ma-
nice.
Was he married? Was he in a
He
relationship?
wasn't. I don't know if he was married. I don't know.
You don't ask those questions.
He wasn't wearing a ring, but he looked like a married guy.
No, but he's your boyfriend.
Yeah, but I never asked him. I don't want to know about your family unless you bring it in.
Is it you don't know about the family because is it a guilt point?
No, it's just I'm not interested. Unless if it's a long term. I don't know if I'm making sense. If I'm just gonna be a side chick,
I'm going to start asking a bit of pushy, a bit challenging questions.
Yeah.
So when you say you don't ask, and now we are in a relationship,
Yeah.
how much about me do you really care?
A lot. I do care a lot.
But you're not
But you-
asking me.
No, I don't wanna ask you ukuthi, "Unjani umfazi?" I don't
No,
wanna
no, I want you.
I don't know.
but-
You can
but-
tell me about your kids.
But I want you to know at the very least if I'm married or not.
No, yeah, Pell at the beginning. That's what I'm trying to say. With that guy, it started as a fuck mate before it became a relationship.
What is a fuck mate?
We were just fucking. without anything. But then I say we develop feelings.
I'm a fuck buddy.
Yeah, we started like
Mutually
that.
exclusive.
Then it went
Well, it
from
can't be mutually exclusive because he's married.
I mean, yeah, he's married, but like, there's no one outside of her.
her.
is what I
Yeah.
mean.
So we.
Not outside of you.
Yeah.
And he's only got his wife and you.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's not sleeping with multiple women.
Well, I didn't know at that time. I can't talk.
But you were under the impression.
Yes, I was under the impression. But that's why we broke up, because then I heard which is banning every province. Then I was like, nah.
Can I just ask? Do you feel like because you were in a relationship and you experienced, maybe let's call it heartbreak from that relationship, is it safer to be a side chick
Yes, because I'm a lover.
because you're less attached?
Yeah, and I'm a lover. I can't handle in a square. It's so scary because your mind really adjusts to.
But isn't that like unesquele,
that's the thing. Guti,
Yeah.
Your mind adjusts to being being a man.
Yes.
Mau mem. Ngisho bekuthiwa ngi-side chick for 10 years. Mase ngumem ngiba umem. Angibu. You know? And it's scary. So that's why when I'm a side chick, it's like, if he doesn't pick up my call, it's fine. Phone. I don't know. Like, there's just this difference.
Do you think a lot of it now at age 34,
Yeah.
because now we can look back and introspect,
Yeah.
do you think a lot of it is trauma?
Yeah. It is. Because I'm scared. I'm scared to be hurt. I'm scared to love you so much and then you leave me or leave me for someone else.
Because when I say Spinky, I think this is, again, the chats that I have. And I know we've had these chats offline around insecurities that I have. And I'm very vocal.
Yeah.
And I say a lot of my 36-year-old behavior is spawned or is due to insecurities.
Yeah.
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 And I think, and again, I might be out of turn and I apologize. You started the school not for side chicks, but you started the school for other sisters who may have experienced similar trauma and how to protect themselves and how to save themselves.
Because I know.
Because there is pain in both. There can be pain in being a man.
Yeah, it can be
And
pain
it can be
in
the
a
side.
side. Exactly.
Because there's many sides who, as you're saying, don't know how to behave. It's because she's obviously
Wanting
fallen
to be-
and she's in
But
love. And
Noguti,
she's,
many sides want to be mains.
yes.
I'm probably the 10% that just wants to be a side forever. I don't want to be a main ever. I don't care.
Until maybe we've dealt with our insecurities.
Yeah, and I think I was about to ask also, like, maybe you
I'm scared.
also haven't met someone.
No, I've met someone.
Look,
I'm scared though.
I feel like
No,
maybe
but-
it might not have been enough to say, okay, I'm going to be the main with this person.
Yeah.
I don't know.
True, I get what you mean. Yeah. And it's weird because like my current relationship,
Yeah. Great.
perfect. It's just that he's married. If I could have been a main, I could have been a main.
Ah.
You know what I mean? He's
Does he have
different.
kids?
He's got kids.
Do you have kids?
I don't have kids. He's got 7 kids.
He's got what?
7 kids.
My brother's got 7 kids.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
So like somewhere in there doesn't exist maybe that wish
It does.
ukuthi you can graduate
Yeah.
from Gudluze.
With this relationship, it's my first time.
Yeah.
It's my first time feeling like that.
Wait. Just for clarity.
But
What exists? What exists is Gudluza or to be part of the family.
no,
That's quite-
for him to be mine alone, that exists.
Nesquele.
I can't share you.
Bro, I wonder if there's one thing, and I've said this many times, so I'm not even ashamed to say it. My insecurities,
Yeah.
I'm the most. You don't want to be in a relationship with me. I wonder if any sister that's ever been in a relationship with me,
Yeah.
I will throw rose petal at their feet and I will love and respect them forever.
Yeah.
Because they had to deal with so much trauma that I carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm
100%.
asking Muti, the inception of everything may not be it's a school for side chicks,
Yeah.
but it might be deeper and it's
a school to deal with trauma, pain, and insecurity,
And how to deal with that.
and how to deal with it, and how to safeguard you and make you a priority.
Until you're ready to be a main again. I'll
Yeah.
be a side chick.
Because that's
Udile nale trauma
is-
yakho.
But
is-
manje,
Udile nale
yeah,
trauma.
it's
But is that not the deeper thing that you do? Because the deeper thing is, I'm helping you
yeah.
make you a priority, whichever lady that you are working with. I'm helping you make you a priority.
Yeah.
It might start superficial with money and the bags and the what, and then it becomes the side chick and the emotional, and then it gets to a point where you are ready to face those traumas, those challenges, and then you can then take the leap of faith.
Yeah. But now, that's a big leap.
Ash.
Because bro, if there's one thing that I do, I judge people, and I say don't
We
listen,
all
we
do.
don't judge.
We all do.
And having had this journey on the show right now, that's been as a conclusion.
Yeah.
That's been my understanding for the first time about what you do.
Yeah.
It's you are a psychologist. The ways of working and the patterns may be very
Difference.
different and very whatever the word that people are looking for, but ideally the progressions within the levels or the grades of the school essentially end up there.
Yeah.
That's my understanding.
I don't know. I think also the other thing I'm trying to.
Hey, now with Ebzag and I'm a black card
The other thing I'm trying to figure out is, so you have women who, let's call it, subscribe to the school. Nah. Some of them have this maybe genuine need to be in relationships. And then I also feel like then there are those who are, they want proximity to people or men who have either resources or money,
Yeah.
right? I don't know. It's. Do you feel like what you do also, in a way, is a euphemism?
What does euphemism
It's
mean?
like it's a lighter way of being a pimp.
Yeah, don't worry. I've been called that
Yeah.
all my life. Thing is, ngaqala ngisemncane ngifeyila abantu abadoda. Amadoda ingane.
You're like a
It's
Joburg
back,
in a
like
way.
in Durban, like the entertainment
Francis
industry.
Dog.
Yeah.
If there's DJ Ban from Joburg coming to Durban, so to a small ingane, I've always been that person. So when I started to create the school, it just came easy.
Because manje mina, I'm also thinking if I'm to meet tomorrow someone who was enrolled in your school, right? As a guy, maybe who, let's say I'm very conservative.
Yeah.
No. Now I'm meeting this person and she is, let's call it, reformed. Now she's willing to
Settle down.
I'm going to settle with someone who's been a side chick, and I don't know, like, the kind of side chick that she was.
Then you need to find out.
But Caesar, that's what I'm trying to say, and we need
Because
to get.
not all of them are doing hookups, firstly.
But we need to get to a point of wrapping up, and I think
Why? You don't need to wrap up.
no. I'd like to, and I think this is the point that I want to wrap up on, because I've had an epiphany. What this Pinky is doing, and I said this, Ugozi, the reformed side chick is a lady who is on a different path of this journey.
Okay.
She's no longer at the beginning. She might be at now the peak of this mountain. She's now at a point of understanding who she
Is as a person.
what she wants, and where she'd like to go. So it might have started off for Lady X, whoever it is, from a lust or seeking resource, money, trauma, whatever whatever the beginning of the journey may have been. Now she's at the point of finding and realizing that she's no longer that chapter of her life. And now she's seeking for a guy to love her and express the love publicly, loudly.
Now she's ready. She's dealt with her insecurities.
And now she is wanting someone to open up and say, this is her challenges. It's obviously for a person like me with my insecurities, I might not be able to, but Jon Snow might be. You know, Peter Parker might be. You know,
Or probably has like a decorated past as well.
who may or may not.
Decorated.
Who may
plastic
be less judgmental
Yeah.
or may not. I don't know what the dynamics are.
Yeah.
But we also need to understand, Uguti, you, me, and everyone in this room has had a journey that they've gone through and is at a certain chapter now. So, okay, sharp. Sissy was aside from age 12. You meet her, she's 28. There has to come a point where she no longer thinks the way that she thought when she was 12.
12, yeah, true.
Showcase.
And it might be at the time where the crossroads or whatever the challenge is, like, I no longer want that. I now want X, Y, Z. Are you a willing buyer, willing seller? And she's coming to you open and honest. Genuine, openly and honest. And it's like you buying a car. My mileage is 200,000 Ks. I've been in 2 accidents. I've changed the chassis. The interior is not the same. And she's open and she's saying, this is the value that come through.
That's the way.
But I think also as a guy who's coming into like a situation like that, right? Car X has 200,000 miles on it. I'm coming in as a one owner, full service history. You understand?
Yeah, but then that's not your car then, Dang.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like then, for me, it makes sense for a reformed or a, you know, let's say, but in restored,
Yeah,
Damn.
right?
yeah.
I feel like those birds must flock together,
Ideally.
ideally, because then
True.
sinesquele abantu innately, and I don't think the umhlaba esiphila kuwo right now is very hypersexual, right? And because a lot of us don't, we don't seek
Don't be Debs phone yam. Oh, shy Debs.
ithombe.
Come on, Debs, please.
I've never done these things. I'm not your assistant, man.
Yeah. Hey.
Cha.
I will don't cheat that.
Private love.
Yes, please.
I don't know how to put this, man. I feel like you need a great amount of maturity
To handle that.
to handle a woman who has a very colorful past like that.
And that's not for most of us.
It's not.
And I'm saying there are people that can. So I'm
So can I just
Because
finish?
she's a
Apologies,
6
apologies.
week on top of that.
So I feel like then
experience.
the chances of that woman having like a one partner and we're gonna have like this relationship narrow even more. You know? Yeah.
So I come in, and again, open cards. I come in as the opposite.
Okay.
So I come in as, when you say birds of a feather, ideally that's the case. But you know when the people like, it's present for the streets. I'm the whole street and the lamppost and the stop signs. I'm that. And I've been more than privileged to be with the person who's like, asibone senze njani. Hlanganise. Because when they come from a library,
Yeah.
esontweni, you know, so it's been that. And would I be able to do if the roles were reversed? No, hell no. I'm too weak and I'm too emotional.
Yeah, true.
But
I get
there's
that.
people that are strong enough to,
Handle it.
you know.
Some
Yeah.
are hungry for it.
There's people that can date Usispenki, and there's people that can't date you.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You know, not necessarily because of your sexual past, but because of just your pure personality. You open, you're honest, you put everything on the table. This is who I am.
Yeah.
Like
Take
me,
it
don't
or
like
leave.
me.
Take it.
That
or
can be
leave.
reassuring too.
That some people find it reassuring. As
Yeah.
Penson, I find it extremely reassuring.
Yeah.
I want to know exactly
Who you are.
who you are.
Yeah.
And there's some people that would the honesty find that as a deal breaker, intimidating, however they frame it?
Sure.
You know, so I hear that, but I'm saying, Wuti, at the same time, whoever that person may be, once they get to chapter X, you might have to be the person who writes chapter X. Because again, how old are you, sorry, Caesar?
I'm 31 now.
At 31,
Aw.
if you are being with a lady who is 30,
Yeah.
she may or may not have an extremely colorful past. Excuse me.
No, that for sure. That for sure.
Yeah.
And
it's
and
to be
you
expected.
may or may not be the guy who wants to know. There's guys that believe that ignorance is bliss, and there's also guys that believe that ignorance is
Actually,
dangerous.
sorry.
I
I'm not.
know. If I was a guy, I could never.
No, I've got friends. They literally say
What I don't know doesn't matter.
we did a video with my brother where he said he doesn't want to know.
Yeah.
Many.
And he
where
was shocked
says,
that I want to know.
he said he does not want to know. So he's one of those people that believe that ignorance is bliss. I'm the exact opposite because I want to know every minor, the smallest detail.
Are you serious? Like everything?
With me,
Yeah.
No, I'm very much like you.
I want to know when I say the minor detail.
Yeah.
As in, and then I took him and then I went with my baby sister and went
Yeah.
to Milk Lane.
Konke.
For me, the more I know,
The better. Oh.
for me, and we're different. And I'm not saying this is for every guy. So I take the more I know about what I'm getting into, the better I think I can. Because before I get into, I want to make a decision.
Yes.
So the more information I have, I can then decide whether I want to make the decision or not. So I want as much as possible. Some guys want as little as possible, and that's their preference, you know. So that's just me. And I always appreciate a sister who has gone through your school or not gone through your school, because not every sister. There's many sisters that
No.
you know.
Men, yeah.
Because some sisters might say to you, as an example, come through a quote unquote prostitution elements, and you're like, I don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, and if she did, I'd rather know. And then, can I please make the decision if we carry on or not? And if I do care for you that much, I might still subscribe.
Yeah.
Because yes or no, this is a real question. There's a Ferrari F50.
Yes.
No, you haven't let me finish.
I'm saying yes, there's a Ferrari.
It's got 500,000 kilometers. It's a Ferrari F50. Engine is bust. 3 car accidents. It's fucked up. Proper. It's got no steering wheel and no wheels. You just need to buy a steering wheel, wheels, 500,000 kilometers. Fucked up car. Ne? They're selling it to you.
What is a Ferrari?
20,000 rand.
I'll pass on that Ferrari.
20,000 rand.
I'll pass.
5,000 rand.
I will pass.
One,
iPhone?
no. I'm not using the Ferrari as an analogy for a woman.
There's a
I'm
cost.
not using the Ferrari. I'm not using the Ferrari as
Yeah.
an analogy for a woman.
Yeah.
I'm using a genuine car.
No, I'm saying there's a cost implication to
No,
owning
you
things.
no. What's a car? You can park it in your garage.
Aye, boo. It's sitting in my garage.
Yeah,
The thing I spent money for
5,000 rand.
that I can't use.
Debza,
No.
That's what you're inside.
Debza, a Ferrari F50. Ne? They say it's got 500,000 kilometers. The engine is bust. Ne? There's no wheels, and the steering wheel is missing.
Yeah, I should have a negotiation.
And they're
You want-
selling it to you for 5,000 rand. Will you buy it? Yes or no?
I don't value cars. That's stupid.
Okay, car is silly. Well, give me a collectible camera.
There's a camera.
Camera.
And it's an Aria Alexa.
It doesn't work though, but it doesn't work.
No, yeah. No, look, it works. But
No,
it's
no, it doesn't work. Aria Alexa. Ne?
Yeah.
That sounds like a collectible. Ne? It doesn't work. And I'm selling it to you for 100 rand. Are you
But
buying
I
it?
feel
yes or
like
no?
there are no stakes there because it
Then
doesn't
why
work.
would you
If
gonna buy it if it doesn't work?
No, I'm saying everybody has a price. So my whole thing is,
Yeah.
if I'm a car collector, just saying that I've got a Ferrari in my garage,
Yeah.
ne?
Yeah.
I'll buy it. Because I know, Guti, there's value in other aspects. The value might not be in driving it, ne?
Yeah.
But the value might be in other aspects of it.
Bragging rights.
Because I have a Ferrari.
Masifuna ukuyibona.
Come to my garage. You'll see it popping there.
It don't
Willing buyer, willing seller.
Yeah.
Because I could change it to you. I could say, Guti, someone comes to you with a Val with 100,000 kilometers and it's just missing one wheel. And I'm selling it to you for 300,000. Willing buyer, willing seller. As long as you have enough information, you can then say yes or no. I just don't want to say I'm selling a Ferrari for 4 million and then give you the exact same Ferrari that I explained to you. Because then you're the clown.
Yeah.
So again, your role, as much as people will judge what you do, is such an integral part of society. Because whether you're there or not, people will
It's a lie.
continue to,
That's one thing that's
This
not
life.
gonna end.
you know.
Even if I
sure.
die, it will
For sure.
continue. So
And it has existed.
even before me,
But
makes sense.
the beauty of what you're saying is the openness of it.
Of it,
And guiding people. Because you're saying, this is how we move. We don't want to jeopardize people's careers. We don't want to jeopardize people's families. We don't want to jeopardize this. You coming in and you are adding value. And should you want to move to the next step, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
Without having to lie, without having to be deceitful, without having to
Start
manipulate
drama and
start
It
drama
drama
and put
setting, Jika.
people's kids.
kids, yo, coming to people's houses, go 3xn. But also these men also must just stop acting like they don't care when they do care. Because nani je, yay. Mutenda
care.
side chica.
We care.
These niggas love their side chicks.
No, for sure. I don't think
Yeah.
you can have
A
someone that you, let's call it, dabble with. You can't. I don't think it's possible to.
I think girls, can I just say, girls need to
Continually.
know that. Because wives are always like, I got tired. No, he loves me.
Yeah.
Guys,
He loves
guys,
me.
I want to wrap up. Is it?
No.
No, I'm gonna wrap up.
Well,
Is that-
look at good
yeah.
day.
Guys, I believe in a 3 smash rule.
Okay.
3 smashes,
Yeah.
she catches.
Yeah.
5 smashes, you catch.
Are you
Oh.
serious?
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I think females catch before guys catch. Generally speaking, some guys will catch just on a hug. So
I think homies
really?
catch before
No.
women.
no,
Just for my hug.
I think that guys don't come out with it.
They keep it inside.
I don't think I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't think generally guys catch before women. I think intimacy, sexual intimacy,
Yeah.
women catch before men. I believe so. I don't think women will catch necessarily on a one night stand, but I think if a woman is still coming to your lame ass, small totolozi life 3 times, you got a small totolozi, you lasting just a chorus of a song. And she's there and she
Lead
knows
the
you got a small
chorus.
totolozi.
Lead
She
the
knows
chorus.
Wuti you broke. She knows that you don't last, you don't fold her, you don't do those things.
But she still comes back.
It's her third time here. She's caught. And for you to still, on the 5th time, still over her, knowing what imali
Unahimali yokuza.
so you facilitate. It's the 5th time that she's. I think this is just my, again, it's not what wasn't charge. I think sisters catch generally second, third time, and I think guys generally catch 4th, 5th time. And the moment you start dabbling consistently,
Yeah.
because then even the little things start, you know, as I think I crane. What? It's so more of it. Like
Domesticated.
but she'll say, indlebe zakho if it doesn't unalento la.
You notice the very small
Little
things.
things.
Now.
You notice nothing. You notice nothing. And I've heard sisters say the most dumbest shit ever.
Yeah.
I dreadlock the way it twisted man,
Corner, my
the way it twisted dreadlock. I was like, okay, you've caught. You know,
hands down.
you know, when X no longer exists to a sister, she's caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A sister won't be with a guy 3 times that has X, whatever those house society does. Oh, it's an ick. I don't like his glasses. I don't like his small cap. It's an ick. If she's there 3 times, your cap is the most attractive part of you. Your smile, your everything that we thought is lame,
She loves.
she loves after 3 times. And when I'm cheetah, those things that you're like, hey, bro, but you 5 times. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Just as a conclusion, last words, Stebza, do you have any words for us? Just to sum it up.
I didn't realize I was out for 22 minutes.
No, you're out for a minute. Please just come through and just.
No, I'm saying I
Give us-
didn't realize that I was out for 22 minutes, man.
Just
I
find-
have more
find
questions. So the lady could come back.
She
I was
had-
out for
she-
22
she'll
minutes.
come back, and I'll tell you why she'll come back.
Yeah.
She'll come back because we need to first unpack women with money
Oh yes, you still wanted to ask about them
that are attracted to guys
with no money.
with less or no money than she has.
Those are good women.
Those women.
Yeah.
So if you're watching and you are wanting to look for women with money that are attracted to guys, with less or no money,
Yeah.
that's the next time she's coming back.
You must just know how to lay
We need
the
to unpack
pipe.
a few things, man, from the woman's
Must
perspective,
lay the
the man's
pipe.
perspective.
But if you can't lay the pipe, then you don't.
We're coming back.
What do you mean?
You have to know how to lay the pipe in order
Laying
to
the
fall
pipe-
in that
can we
category.
agree that laying the pipe is subjective?
No, you have to
No,
know how to lay the
It's
pipe.
subjective.
Okay, fine, cool.
Okay, but
I don't think it's subjective like
It's
that.
subjective.
Look,
Sex is a subjective thing.
no, I understand the subjectiveness of it, but I think if a woman
It's bringing
Who is-
money.
yes,
She's
who is
bringing money. She's taking
financially
care
stronger
of
than
you.
you.
What are you bringing to the table? The
The
dick.
pipe, and I'm saying the pipe
Yeah.
is subjective.
Yeah.
so someone
What's the standard of the pipe?
The
pipe is you're good at having sex.
Yeah.
For her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, that is subjective. Because the 3 other girls that you've had might call you a loser with a small tutolozi.
You can still have a small dick and still be good in bed. Don't do that to other kids.
I'm not fighting you. I'm saying it's subjective.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I want
I'll
us to
take that.
deep dive the next time we invite you. Debza's a dad. He's coming with dad jokes. I wish you guys could see what he's doing now.
Just coming with dad
Dancing,
jokes.
he's flossing, he's doing all these dad things.
I
Last
loved
words.
being here. Thank you.
Since we lost.
I don't know, man. I think for me the thing maybe that's interesting for me is how does the service that you offer how does it sort of like graduate and become, because my thing is to cut through the chaff. I feel like there should be certain people that must get your services.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I think that the other ones, no, man.
Literally.
These ones are just here for
Be fun.
a nice time and the
Yeah.
the good things.
Yeah.
I think it's a genuine service because I mean people are in marriages and they're going outside of those marriages.
And it doesn't
And-
have to always be marriage. It can just be a simple couple. That's
Yeah, and things like that where people are in like really strong
so
partnerships
Yeah.
and they need help.
Yeah.
And then there are things like how do you vet if these people are genuinely here and they need help, So it's like my mind is
It's
around.
all over the place.
Yeah,
But
you are
must just-
yearning for a part 2. You and Debza are yearning for a part 2. Sis Pinky,
I'll be
please,
back.
please can you
I think
just
next
wrap
and the
up?
6 tips and the what. I also need to tell guys.
You had where's my phone? Please tell me to say my so there's certain points that we will unpack in part 2 because we shall have a part 2, ladies and gentlemen. This is literally coming from Usis Pinky.
The
So
service meant to speak young cookies. Hi.
84, damn. Things like
Thanks.
sex tips,
Yes.
dick
Classes.
classes,
Yes. I have dick classes where I teach them how to fend that and everything. It's very nice.
Okay.
threesomes and so forth.
Yeah,
So
check on TikTok. Yeah.
okay, so that's part 2. Okay, last words.
Thank you for having me. And then to people who want to have side chicks or want to know more about side chicks, follow me on Instagram, pinky_smallest 24. And then my school page is exclusive sides 24. No, exclusive sides 2023. It's my 11th page.
Wow.
They've been reporting me and we haven't died. We're still pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Guys, just in wrapping up, again, I started off by saying, listen, we don't judge. And being fully honest, part of me did judge. 100%, because again, I'm all about growing society and how we can get better. And as we spoke, I realized the deeper part of what you are doing for Abantu. So I actually appreciate it, weirdly enough, because again, you spoke about a trauma that many people can identify, and people can identify in different things, because you might have identified in a sexual, someone might have identified in a financial, someone might have from a physical, GBV, whatever the case may be, or abusive parents. So the way that you've mapped out the journey has been a lot of growth. So I truly appreciate this.
Thank you.
As fun as it is, because I thought it was so much fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it
But
as well.
siyabonga siswami, and we cannot wait for the next one.
Part two.
Or the questions that I have for you.
I'll come in
But
wearing
dirty.
lingerie next time. Joking.